Hey, y'all, welcome back to Right at the Wire. Well, as promised, we have the full card selections here for Louisiana Derby Day at the fairgrounds, all 12 races. And so, as you can see, I've listed the top five in each race, first, second, third, and so on. So I'll just give you a minute to take a look at that. Okay, so we've got a full card, and we've got a lot of state bred, Louisiana bred races to start the card. A couple of maidens, and so we go on to our best bets and value plays. Now I want to. I've got two best bets here, and the reason being is that Faith is dual entered in the Crescent City Oaks as well as the Fairgrounds Oaks. If she runs in the Crescent City Oaks, I think she's the best bet to win that race. That would be race five. But regardless of which race she runs in, Good Cheer to me is a best bet in the 11th race. I just don't see anybody who's going to beat her there. The one caveat we do have is that she doesn't need to win the race to get into the Oaks, so may not be tuned up all the way. That's a one thing we're just going to sort of have to live with but I think she's just the best horse in the race. Our long shot play comes in the Crescent City Derby with Classic Time. This one is for Norm Cassie, and has the pedigree to go 2 turns and looks to me like a horse is ready to going from sprint to route. I really think is going to relish the added distance, and a lot of the horses in the Louisiana bred races don't necessarily have 2 turn pedigree, and I think that might be an advantage. So at 8 to 1, I think we're getting some nice value there, and I think Classic Time can win that race. Some value plays: Gabe's Possum, second start. It's in race 2. It's a maiden, and this one it's a really good angle for the trainer, and it looks like a race that she could likely move forward in. And 12 to 1, you're getting a nice price. In the Crescent City Oaks, I like Secret Faith, but I'll tell you, Margie's Intention to me looks like a horse who's also one poised and ready. And if you're looking for an upset to beat Secret Faith, I think Margie's Intention might be it. I like her dirt form, I like her 2 turn form, and she has the pedigree for it, and looks like one that you want to watch there. In race 6, He's Just Lucky. That's a turf sprint, the Costa, I believe it's called. And those are kind of wide open affairs, but I think this is one, again, who's rounding into good form, and at 12 to 1, you're getting some nice value. I think is a really good bet to round out the exotics. Should be coming from off the pace. As we know, in turf sprints, a lot of times that's not necessarily the best to be a win candidate, but I think at her odds, his odds that He's Just Lucky can factor in. And then, of course, Chunk of Gold. You knew I was going to throw him in there after I tipped him out in the Resident Star at 43 to 1. I like the way that horse ran. And I really think this is one on the improve in a race that is pretty wide open. I mean, I think there's a lot of vulnerability on for John Hancock in that race, who will likely be the favorite. And I think Chunk of Gold with 2 turn pedigree, to me, is looking pretty good there. So you're not going to get 43 to 1 again, but hopefully 8 to 1, right around there, I think is a really good bet, and certainly one that you want to have in all your exotics. So we'll go to our best, looking into our doubles, our sequences, and we've got quite a few here. We do fortunately have 3 pick fives on the card. The first one is got 3 maidens in it, and I don't want to mess with that, but we'll get to the middle one in a second. As you guys know, when I have singles, I like to build my doubles around them. So we've got 2 best bets, so I have 2 sets of doubles. The first was Secret Faith in races 4 and 5, so we'll go 1, 2, 7, and 9 with 3, and then races 5 and 6 we'll go 3 with 4, 6, 9. The ones in green are my keys. Those are my best bets to win those races, my selections to win. So I certainly would recommend staggering accordingly. But that's just to give you an idea of the horses that I think you should be using. Then we're going to use Good Cheer as another single. So in races 10 and 11, The 10th race, I think, is a wide open race, so I think it requires spreading. But I do like Rebel Red as my selection to win. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 with 7. And then in races 11 and 12, of course, we want to have a double for the Oaks and the Louisiana Derby. So we'll go 7 with 1, 2, 5, and 7. And hopefully, if we can get Caldera at halfway decent odds, John Hancock takes a lot of money, then it might turn out to be a pretty good ROI. So those are our doubles. Now for our pick threes, again, we'll base them around our singles, Secret Faith and Good Cheer. So the first set is races 4, 5, and 6. We'll go 1, 2, 7, 9 with 3, with 4, 6, and 9. And then races 5 through 7, we'll go 3 with 4, 6, 9, with 5, 8, 9. And then in races 9 through 11, using Good Cheer as our single, as the anchor, we'll go 2, 5, 7 with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 7. And then finally in races 10 through 12, we'll go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 7 with 1, 2, 5, and 7. And to be honest, that's a little wide for me for pick threes. But I do think that 10th race offers some value. I don't know that you're going to get a really short price on any of them because there's 2 Chad Browns, there's 2 Cherie DeVoes, so they have to spread it around. I don't think one of them can take a lot of money, so hopefully we can beat the favorite. I don't think it will be Rebel Red, and that could spice things up. And if we get in the 9th race, we get the 5 home, then I think we're looking pretty good. So those are some doubles and some pick threes to think about on the ticket. And then we do have an early pick 5. It's more of a mid pick 5. It's races 4 through 8. The keys I've listed below, those are my primary win selections, 1, 3, 4, 8, and 11 respectively for races 4 through 8. But we'll go 1, 2, 7, 9 with 3, the single with Secret Faith in the Crescent City Oaks. Then we'll go 4, 6, 9, 5, 8, 9, and finally with 1, 4, 11, and 13. That on the Caveman, that's a $72 ticket, but obviously you want to use Ticketmaker and stagger that accordingly. And I think from the full card selections, you can gather your A's and B's and C's and whatnot, however you'd like to do it. But that's the way I will do it. And certainly, if we get 1, 3, 4, 8, and 11 home with all our keys, I think we might be in pretty good shape. Pick 6, it is a bigger ticket than probably I would want to spend. It's not going to be like Colonial where we could keep it really short. We did get 5 out of 6 incidentally last week on that one, but I thought that was a really easy card. This one much tougher at the fairgrounds, so we have to spread, particularly in the turf races. But in race 7 we'll go 5, 8, and 9. That is our long shot play. So if we get Classic Time home in the 7th, then hopefully we've spread enough, we get our 2 singles home, and we're looking good. We'll go 1, 4, 11, and 13 in the 8th. Now, I want to make a note. In the New Orleans Classic, race 9, those of you who watched my pick 5 selection know that I am going to try to beat Sierra Leone in that race with Touch Upon a Star, number 5. Now, the reason I put Sierra Leone on this ticket is that I have it on pretty good authority that Touch Upon a Star may scratch out of that race. And if so, and there's quite a few in there that are dual entered, and it may end up being a really short field. And if it is, I want to go full throttle on Sierra Leone because I don't see anybody beating him in that race, whether even if, especially if you take out Touch Upon a Star. So we would single Sierra Leone, and again, you look back and if you want to do like your pick 4s, you guys will all look at the scratches. I know you will. So to me, I would probably, if Touch Upon a Star does run, I would swap out Sierra Leone for Touch Upon a Star and just go for it. That's just the way I see that race. But if not, it's one of those two. So I'll leave it up to you either way you'd like to go. And then leg 4, of course, we're going to spread 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll single Good Cheer in the Oaks, and then 1, 2, 5, and 7. I am against John Hancock. Those of you who watch the Pick 5 posting know I think there's a lot of reasons to bet against John Hancock. But as a saver, I would kind of kill me if we got down there and John Hancock did win it. So we'll throw him in. But keep that in mind when you're looking at this. So it's a $240 ticket on a $1 minimum, and it is a $1 pick six. So, but you know, obviously you're looking at a pretty good payday, particularly if we can get some value home. And I think there is value to be had in particularly the 8th and the 10th races, as well as our long shot play in the 7th. You've got the keys below. Those are my primary win selections for each of them, just for reference. So that's it. You've got a lot to chew on there, I know, but I wanted to give you you guys as many different scenarios that I think are worth playing. You know, always when you have singles, and you know, a lot of times these big stakes days tend to be, they can end up a little on the chalky side. So I think it does behoove us, you know, to go a little deeper in the races that aren't necessarily cast in stone, and particularly the 10th race, I think, is when you absolutely have to spread in. I really like the 11 in race 8. If you want to cut that ticket down, I could, you know, that one, there's a lot of hair on a lot of the horses in that race, but the 11 looks the one that's got really rock solid form, coming second off the layup for Christophe Clement, and I think, to me, looks like the really strongest win candidate. So for those of you who want to try to play it with a smaller ticket for your budget, the 11, I think, is a good one to really think about cutting it short if you want to. So there you have it. That's all the everything we've got for the full card for Saturday. I think there is value to be had, particularly in those state-bred races. There's certainly a lot more unpredictable than some of the races where we know the players. So I would keep that in mind, and that is a very interesting mid-pick 5, I think, races 4 through 8. We get Secret Faith home if she runs in the Oaks. Then it's then I think there's some good value to be had, and that could pay pretty well. There is a Bayou Bluegrass pick 5 for Turfway and the Fairgrounds. So we will have a posting on that. So stay tuned. For those of you who want to play, that looks like a real fun one. And we're going to try to get a posting out for the Bourbonnette Oaks as well. So we've got a couple of more coming, and hope our analysis here helps you with your own wagering strategy. A lot of food for thought. Wish you the best of luck on Saturday. Certainly, if you do like content like this, please like and subscribe. And again, thanks so much to all of you who have come on board. This is I love this community, continues to grow, and I thank you very much for your support. So that's it from here. I'll talk to you soon, and until then, be well.